especially console gamers.
Streamers are even fucking worse, bro. Like there's this huge divide on whether or not you like an example, like a stream team, on whether or not you need one or you don't.
Or
a stream non-team team.
Yeah,
right?
like stream hippie collective.
The collective, the fucking stream board team.
Where we all just sit there and eat mushrooms and talk about how much we love fucking Mario and headbands. Fuck. So like everybody has their own opinion on this shit. Like
that's kind of where I was going with my topic today. Brun, the segues are on point today. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Segue God. Segue God.
I'm not gonna let you get away with sliding one in like you did last episode because it was fucking obvious to everybody. I did love it. Oh man, it made my nipples hard. But yeah, I wanted to bring up something that's I don't know if it's I wouldn't say it's contentious, but it's one of these things that I'm kind of like looking at now, like and kind of like because I've been not really streaming as much, but I'm still on like Twitter all the time. And it's the concept of like a stream team or a stream organization or a stream commune as Eddie's going over here. And I like, and honestly, it was kind of you starting that got me like really kind of thinking about it, right? It's like, is this a thing that's even like A, worth starting, and B, what are the pros and cons of joining a stream team? I mean, you have people that say, oh, I want to start streaming on Twitch all the fucking time. And with the pandemic, a lot of people have, right? It's really like
it's saturated as fuck.
It's super saturated as fuck. But like, and then so now everybody's like starting their own orgs or joining other ones or leaving this one, and it's always this big Twitlonger post of like, oh, I love all the friends that I made at X and X org, but
cough, Shoner, cough.
It's with a heavy heart that I must announce that I must be leaving this team.
Hard reset.
For the.
He's going to the commune. He's gonna drink the fucking Kool-Aid.
But like, what are the pros and cons of being on something like that? I mean, because streaming is such an individual thing. What do you boys think about the concept of the team or the org?
Well,
I mean, obviously, I'm a member of Vice.
Yeah, but this is why I'm asking the question, right?
Exactly, and so, I honestly, there for the longest time, never fucking thought anything about it. You know, like I'd been approached by a couple different orgs, which I fucking hate that shit. I hate that almost as much as I hate the term content creator. I think it's so goddamn cheesy. But
it really is, actually.
It really is. It's
small streamer
shit. It's hokey shit. Small don't even get me fucking started on those assholes who in their Twitter bio have small streaming Twitch affiliate. Shut up. Anyways,
tell us how you really feel.
God, fuck. But like when it comes to like the stream teams and shit, like Vice for me is a prime example. Like I'd already kind of built my community. You know, I had a fairly good, not a good viewership, but you know, it was there. The thing that helped me, not really helped me, but that I appreciate about Vice is, you know, the friends that I fucking made. I mean, for fuck's sake, if it wasn't for Vice, I wouldn't have met you dummies.
True.
You know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, it may or may not like benefit you because, like you said, streaming is a very individual thing. And if you're not producing good shit, then nobody's gonna come watch you, whether you're on a fucking team or not.
Yeah.
Right.
But you having that team that, you know, there's that resource, there's networking, you know, you make friends that you can sit and talk into a microphone for, you know, an hour and a half on a Sunday night with, and, you know, shit like that. So it's like the cons, I don't really see any. Unless it's a really toxic organization, which does happen.
Yeah.
I think that like the pros, like you said, right, are the community, the aspect of being able to just have fellow streamers you can bounce ideas with, you can talk about setups, get help with, you know, oh, I need a new camera, I need a new mic, I need to set up my piece of equipment I bought, whatever it is, right? You can bounce ideas, have them come in because they already know the game, they know how to do it, they might have already experienced the pains of setting that up themselves, and they can just help you kind of get past it faster. You know, they can also come in and tell you, hey, you know, you need to do this in your stream because you're not doing it right. I think the cons is all going to come into a personal effect, right? I think a lot of people come into a team with the wrong mindset, right? They come in, they go, oh, I joined this team because I thought they were going to help me grow. And then you realize I joined a team of streamers, not supporters.
Yeah.
right. So you come in there. So I know you guys you're making the digs at me because I did just leave the Vice grinders.
I didn't make the dig, just so we're clear.
Right.
Joking.
I know.
It's your last episode. I don't need a dig.
It's here, and we can just talk about it. The fact is that for me, I started streaming, and then I found Vice on Twitter, and I pretty much joined them almost like 2 months after I started streaming, and I've been a grinder on Vice since. For almost the whole year, I've been a streamer, and so for me, it's more or less I wanted to step away from that team to see that if my growth was true, if it was real, or was I just living under a shadow of that team in that group and the chats and stuff like that, because they all know me for being there so long and all the advice and help I've given. It was more of just like approving of myself, because I have been accused of, I don't run a Toddcast, I run a Vicecast. Like I only have growth.
That's fucking bullshit.
But no, it's not just him. I've actually had a few other people say the same thing to me, like that I'm just a fake streamer and that I'm not really there. So it's just more or less, to me, it's more about stepping back. Like as I said in my tweet, was it's sowing my oats, right? Stepping back and just taking another look and going, okay, am I living under the shadow or the glory that is Vice Gang, or am I really what my viewership shows, right? So it's just for me, it's just taking a step back to just prove something, and then that way I can get a better look at it. And then when I come back, whether it's come back to Vice Gang, join a different team, whatever, I can come back and know that what I provide really is what I think it is.
So basically what I'm hearing is that you don't really have anything negative against a team. It's just the fact that you want to prove to yourself that you're growing alone, which is respectable. I get that. Like that's 100%. Though, like I was saying earlier, is this, or like Nedley said, it's you join. I think it was Nedley. You join a thing of streamers, not viewers.
I just said that. Yeah.
Was that shown? Okay.
Yeah, that was just me. Yeah.
So you join a team of streamers, and streamers are the most selfish sons of bitches on the planet.
True.
Like it's what can you do for me, right? So with that being said, I don't think that there is anything negative with joining a stream team, as long as it is not a clear fucking follow for follow, support for support type shit.
Yep.
Because that's not building a community. That's just fucking you over in the long run.
Yep. And that's why I went off and created Hard Reset with
Here comes a Hard Reset plug.
My close friends. no. With my close friends, aka the business, and What Is Hood. And the reason why is because like we just felt like we wanted to do our own thing. We've been friends for lifelong, and like we just didn't feel the need to have to rely on any type of and we wanted to kind of at the same time with Shoner, like really prove ourselves, right? Like we could do it on our own. We don't need necessarily a crutch or a bigger boat to put our little tugboat behind, like we wanted to be able to show that we could do it ourselves, and that's how kind of we started. To your point, Brunson, I don't see any negatives to it, especially my reasons for doing it is because we're friends, we're close, and we just want to do our own thing, so I think I don't see many cons to it, or any cons to it really. I think echoing what everyone else has said here, it's about the community, it's about building that, and just kind of seeing how if your growth is real and how you can do it on your own, so I don't see any negatives to it.
With that though, is like a huge part of that is networking.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know what I mean? I mean, with Twitch, the discoverability is absolutely fucking atrocious. So, joining a team, you're joining a team of streamers, not viewers, but those viewers or those streamers can become viewers. Because I don't know about you guys, but I consistently watch other streamers, and I'm a streamer myself.
Yeah, I'm in all your chats all the time.
Yeah,
I have 3 streams up right here on the other monitor.
I don't think there's anything bad about it as long as it's not a toxic organization. Which there are those. There are those, and they have this fucking holier than thou. We're fucking better than you because we're X and X and X. And
that's so weird.
And you guys all average fucking 4 viewers just like the rest. Like, shut the fuck up. Like every single one of your streamers has small streamer Twitch affiliate in their Twitter bio, and I want to punch them all in the throat.
So I totally just checked my Twitter to make sure that I didn't have something stupid like that in there.
I would have called you out if you did.
Because I haven't changed my Twitter bio. It still says I'm a full-time content creator too. I haven't done that in like fucking 6 months. Just because I totally fucking exactly. I think I put something like that in there. I don't know, but like I think I'm with you guys in general. I don't know, like it feels. I think it needs to feel like. I think that there's a certain feel that I look for, right? And I was a part of Vice. I'm still kind of like lingering in there just because, like, yeah, there's cool people in there, right? But like, same thing with you boys, right? Like the drama. I'm a 30-fucking-year-old man. I don't have time for drama bullshit. So like, I see drama in there, and I'm like, I just dip, right? Because I'll tune back in later when that's all fucking gone. The other thing, right, is like having shit that you're going to be beholden to all the time. I had a problem with that, and I get why people were doing that and why teams do that, because like they want to like show stuff to other people right down the road,
accountability. But
on the same token, like the reason why I left, right, is I don't have time for any of this. I'm purchasing this fucking business thing that I'm working on with my dad. Huge fucking step. I'm working fucking 18-hour days. I don't have time for my own streams, let alone anybody else's, right? And that's why I kind of like, or even like Discord, right? I would come home and like shove some food in my head and then pass the fuck out. And then I kind of ran into like the Shoner issue, right? It's like, well, I've already killed my stream. I guess I could rebuild it again, but like it'd be cool if I just like did it solo, right? And just do something different. And then I like fucking basically stop streaming altogether. So there's that. Like, I don't think there's a negative. I think you have to find one that fits right for you, right? Like, and it's a totally personal accountability thing. If you're finding something that's like not jiving with you, like you're not jiving with anybody in there, and everybody's just kind of irritating, and everybody has that like, I'm a streamer mentality. Why aren't you guys like supporting me? It's like, I personally don't have time for that shit, because like I'll do what I can. Like I'm in most of your guys' streams at least for a bit. I always try to stop by the homies, because like, I mean, you guys are not like people that I met on the team. You guys are my friends, right? I want to help, and I want to help support. And I wouldn't even ask you to do anything if I thought your content was shit, right? Like, there's something there. Like, you guys actually do cool shit and nice shit and fun shit, and you know. And I'm not the big. Honestly, I stream on Twitch. I never watched Twitch before I started streaming. Fun fact. Like, I still barely do. I honestly, I stream on Twitch. I don't understand why people watch other people play games and shit. Like,
I was right there with you, buddy.
I have more fun like watching like fucking Brun and just like watching fucking Jerry when Eddie and
I don't even care.
When Eddie and company are just fucking chilling out, or when fucking Shoner's working out, I like all that kind of stuff. The not video game shit. The real life shit. I don't understand the video game shit.
So with that being said, I'm kind of the same way. You know, like I don't like. It's very rare that I will tune into a streamer to watch play a game.
Yeah,
that's why like my shit. I try to not make it video game focused. You know what I mean? Because it's like I don't want to I don't want to do something that I wouldn't want to watch myself.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right.
So with that being said, like that could be something that you could, like you were talking about earlier about how you're like, you know, I'm going to try to make it more of a talk show type thing. Cause you know, if it's not something that you like, if you're doing something that you're not willing to watch yourself.
Yeah.
Why am I doing it? Why the fuck are you doing it? You know what I mean? Like I not to toot my own horn, but I'll go back through and watch some of my VODs and I will fucking giggle out loud at some of the bullshit that happens.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm like, okay, like this is good shit, right? Like, but that's what you have to have that fucking mindset. And whether you have a team or not, you know, unless you have that mindset of like, I'm going to make something, if it makes me laugh, it's got to make other people laugh, unless you're just a fucked up person. Right. So a team, don't have a team. It doesn't really fucking matter.
Yeah.
If you have shit content, you have shit content.
Fucking no amount of teams going to help you with that.
Exactly. If you like, there's people on a certain team that I know of that are absolute dog shit, and like that's fine. And like
Hey,
it
don't
doesn't
talk
matter.
about hard reset that way.
Yeah,
I was gonna say it, but
I knew that was coming.
But no, it's like it doesn't matter what fucking logos you have or what what you have in front of your fucking name or whatever. If you have shit content, you have shit content. That's just how it is.
Yep.
That's how it is. Like
Right.
you can be a part of it, but nobody's gonna come fucking watch you because you suck.
So if somebody is looking for a team, we'll end it on this, right? As like some sort of like advice wise, because like I do try to like help people. Like, how does one go about like how did you guys go about finding where you landed? Which I guess was Vice really at this point, right? So like, how did that fucking happen? Like, what prompted that?
So I was referred to by AK the business actually, like this was probably last November, maybe around that time, maybe even later, like earlier than that, like October, maybe September. I don't know.
Jesus,
but
last year.
last year.
Holy shit!
Maybe August. No, I'm kidding.
7 years ago.
But no, I was like literally
Approximately at 12:31 p.m.
It was 12:32.
Oh fuck me! Blow it
I
up.
think it was AM. I think it was AM. That's when he streams.
Okay, we're all streamers. It's AM,
Right?
There's a tweet that said like, "Oh, who's your next Vice member?" And then he tagged me in it, and then the recruiter reached out to me, and then that's how that story went. So I think a key for people is like working with your friends, I guess, or having your friends, I guess, refer you to a team. I guess maybe is something that, I mean, that's not really advice, but it's just more so that's how it happened for me.
Yeah.
And then from there, I just networked with everyone in Vice and got to know everybody, and yeah. So I would say my advice would be like networking is key, like what Brun said.
Yeah.
Networking using like once you get introduced to a group of people, put yourself out there.
See, I actually, so I didn't even really know about like Vice. Like I said, I've been approached by a couple other quote unquote teams, and it was just absolute fucking garbage.
So hang on. So you don't have to name names, but what makes you say that it was absolute garbage?
The toxicity. Like I'm one of those people where it's not very hard for me to get along with other people.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like I feel like if I cannot tolerate you, there's probably a fucking reason. You know what I mean? So it's like if I go into a group of people and the entire group of people I hate, okay, I want nothing to do with you. Like it may be me, it may be all of them, whatever. But either way, I just don't want that in my life.
Yeah.
It's just negative. There's no benefit to it. I was actually following Jax and Tism for quite some time on Twitter, and we were kind of bullshitting back and forth and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then one of them approached me and was like, "Hey man, what do you think?" And I was like, "Tits," and I same thing. I joined the Discord, and I realized that other than a few couple ding dongs, pretty much everybody there is cool as shit. I wasn't gonna name names, but once again, starts and ends with Shoner. But no, it's for me, it's like you got to find a group of people, whether it's a team or a co-op or whatever the fuck you're doing.
A non-team
co-op. It has to be a group of people that you vibe with and that you get along with, because if they're causing you any type of stress, that shit's gonna affect your content.
Oh,
so
yeah.
it doesn't matter how fucking big the team is. It doesn't matter how famous they are. If they're a bunch of shitheads that don't vibe with you, then it's going to do nothing but hinder you.
Yep.
So
Eddie?
that's my advice. Like find a group of people that you vibe with.
And I'd say don't be afraid to grow multiple. Like, don't be afraid to like join a few different communities. Just fill them all out and just kind of go. Nothing says you have to be a member of the team to be a person in their community, just to hang out, chat, get to know them, figure it out, and then just kind of, like you said, grow with that team, right? And figure out that's the one you want to be with because you vibe the most with those people, and they fit your personality, they fit your streaming style, whatever it may be, right? Like you're not going to go be a podcaster who does a live stream and go join an esports team, right? That's just that doesn't fit, doesn't work. And so make sure that they vibe with you. They play the same games. You have people in there that you can hang out with all the time. Like I've seen Brun, he has a ton of the Vice people come in and hang with him. He games with a lot of them, like Alexander Main and a few others. I mean, he's always gaming with them, always having a good time. So, just vibe with who you're with and enjoy it.
Yeah. Facts.
Yep.
Facts.